Hello, my dears. It's so good to see you all again. First of all, thank you so much to all the people who liked, subscribed, and commented on my last video. I received so many amazing, comments and just commentary from you all on my various social media platforms. So thank you so much for that. Secondly, this video you actually won't be seeing my face, but the video thereafter you will be seeing it. This is sort of a video where I walk through the process of determining or selecting an emergency vehicle. And so I just kind of want to go over the reasons why I chose to purchase one and sort of show you guys, some of the vehicles that I found and, just so that you could, if it's something that you decided that you wanted to do, so that you could also, perhaps find this video useful to that effect. So as you'll see below, here are some of the vehicles that I first found. And as you can see, there are various different styles. Some of them are very Back to the Future, very Back to the Future-esque. And others of them are, more like a school bus or, an RV or a van. There's several different type of vehicles that one might decide to select in this process. So before I go any further, I'd like to address why I decided to do an emergency vehicle. So for starters, I'm sure that you all have seen that trend all over YouTube where people, they're renovating school buses and RVs and all of that good stuff. And I saw it and I thought, man, how cool would that be? First, I could do some overlanding, which is, the process by which one, renovates a vehicle or of some sort and they drive it, into various countries and that type of thing. And then I said, that actually seems like a lot of work. So I may or may not do that. However, how neat would it be just to have one of these things, even if I visit relatives or something, or even if I just, want a few quiet days to myself, I can take it out. I can find a beautiful secluded beach or mountain area or whatever. But then I started thinking even further, and I was thinking about the last time that we had severe riots in Los Angeles, and I was stuck in the middle of downtown LA, in a beautiful, high rise somewhere. And, but it was every bit as terrifying because, there were helicopters, I want to say they were circulating all night, but that's not the word I was looking for. But there were helicopters, there were loud noises, the sound of glass breaking. There were so many things happening all around me, and it was really scary. And so, what would happen in that instance if I had already had an emergency vehicle prepared that I could have just hopped into and gotten out of town? And so that's kind of like, the process by which I decided that, hey, you know what, it's a really good idea to have one of these vehicles. So as you can see, again, there are several different type of vehicles. Now, I'm going to insert here the final vehicles that I selected that I wanted to have built out. And I'm going to insert the videos, the two videos here, or a couple of videos here, just for my final selections. And in the next video pertaining to the actual emergency vehicle, you'll see how everything turned out. And so these were the ones that I decided, I really like this style. And I chose a vehicle from this selection of vehicles. So, in the comments, definitely let me know which vehicle you like best and which style you like best. I think something else to consider would absolutely be, what size vehicle you want, which would, of course, have a lot to do with the size of your family, whether it's you, whether it's just a few friends, if you want solar paneling, if you don't want solar paneling, and just, how much space you actually need. But I think that it's a fabulous ideal, and I think it's something good to have in the event of an emergency, because you have this vehicle that's already prepared. It already has a place where you can cook. Ideally, it has a place where you can cook, and it also has a place where you can rest and sort of, stretch your legs out so that it's not too cramped. And of course, you would already have supplies in there, and so it's pre-stocked for what you need. And the other thing is that if there's an emergency, there's safety in numbers. So if you decided to prep a vehicle in this manner, and you had a few of your friends do the same thing, if anything happened, you would have an entourage of people that you could sort of travel with, sort of like a caravan. So I just think that it's a fabulous ideal, and I think it's food for thought. And I'm super excited right now. I have this vehicle being built out, and so I'm super excited about it. And so I will reveal the one that I actually selected and then give you guys a tour of that vehicle when it is ready. So that video will come in the future. And I'm also going to do a video where we sit and have a face-to-face talk about just emergency preparedness outside of an emergency vehicle, preparing your homes, preparing your lives, your family, and just, getting together and formulating that emergency plan. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it gave you food for thought. Also, something that I did, I will link the place in the description where I found the best vehicles, because it was actually rather difficult at first. I started researching on Google, and I was going, I found some interesting places, but the place where I actually found the best vehicles for that are linked in the description. And you can, click on it, and it's easy because it's going to show you vehicles all over the U.S., and it's super exciting. What I did in my notes when I started seeing vehicles that I actually liked or that I might consider, I just started accumulating a list of these vehicles by state. And then I continued to update it and see what was available and what wasn't available. And then when I was actually ready to purchase, I went and saw what was still available and had them send me, the videos for those. And I went from there. So I'm super excited, and I hope this helps. And if you found this video useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful day, my dears. Bye-bye. Hello, my dears. It's